You are listening to the So Now What podcast with Lana Manikowski, episode number 193. So now what? These three words raced through my mind time and time again during my journey through fertility treatments. I tried desperately to have a child, but never was able. I yearned for a community to join that could understand my struggles. I couldn't find one, so I created one with the So Now What podcast. I love that you found us. Hey, gorgeous. Welcome back to another episode of the podcast. Okay, we're just going to get right into it. We have lots to cover today, and I'm going to first ask you if this sounds familiar. You walk into a holiday gathering. Before you even grab a drink or put your coat down, Aunt Mabel asks you, any baby news yet? Or what are you waiting for? You know, your mom wants to be a grandmother. Or somebody tells you, oh, girl, you still have time. It's like December comes and opens up the season on all of your fertility decisions, and everyone feels like they have an opportunity to weigh in. And if you already feel yourself bracing for the opinions, maybe the comments and the pressure that is about to knock on your door, you are going to want to stay with me this week, because by the end of this episode, you will know how to take the next step that will bring you into standing confidently in the decisions you made after your fertility treatments ended without a baby, and how to stay grounded when people say things that normally rattle you. Make sure you listen to the end. I'm going to talk to you about a free masterclass I am teaching on December 16th at 11:30. Registration is open. A link to register is going to be here in the show notes, but that class is all about how to manage your family gatherings, like the traditions that you grew up celebrating that don't feel like they're available to you because you didn't have kids. And it's hard to think about things ending with you because you don't have kids to pass those traditions on. And also how to feel like you want to celebrate this holiday season because you don't have the baby news and you don't have baby's first Christmas onesies to put on your baby and take pictures under the tree. These things are here to help you walk into the season feeling steady and prepared. All right. So let's get into this, because we all know that the holidays bring out the best in people and sometimes the blurriest in people. And it's not always because of too much eggnog. It's because suddenly your lack of motherhood or your fertility journey becomes this conversation piece around people who you might not have been so open to sharing about things, people that maybe don't know how to handle what you've been going through. And all of a sudden, it feels like your most intimate decisions become part of open mic night. If you have felt that before, you are absolutely not imagining it. And if you've ever walked away from a conversation thinking, why do I feel like I owe everyone an explanation? You'll definitely want to keep listening. Today, we're talking about something that women rarely hear, that you are allowed to feel ownership of the decisions that brought you here. Even if it didn't start out feeling like a decision, you have made decisions that have brought you here to a point in your life where you are living without the children that you dreamed of. And you, absolutely, my love, are allowed to feel confident in anything that you said no to. You are allowed to trust in your inner knowing, even when other people disagree with it. You are allowed to step into the holidays feeling like the spotlight does not have to be on your uterus. Let's start with this truth. Opinions land hard around the holidays because you have been conditioned your entire life to look outward for approval. I think it's safe to say that women are often raised to believe that other people know what is best for us. Maybe it's teachers, parents, leaders in the religious community, doctors, friends, siblings. We are trained to trust outside authority more than we trust our own wisdom. And now, here we are combining that with fertility treatments, and
years of being asked to try again, years of hearing unsolicited suggestions from people who mean well, but have no idea what IVF or fertility treatments or the diagnosis of infertility actually feels like. So, of course, when somebody offers you their opinion at your Christmas dinner party, your brain perks up and wonders, do they see something I don't? And it makes total sense that you feel pulled between your truth and somebody else's idea of what your life should look like, of what decisions you have made, of what things you should have pursued. But the good news is that pull is not a sign that you made the wrong decision. It's a sign that you know what is best for you, but your brain is second guessing you because you are socialized to think that somebody else knows better, has done more, has the magic answer. And we are changing that today. And this is what I want you to hear. You are allowed to feel grounded and steady in the choices that you made when you decided that another round of IVF was not right for you. Maybe that fertility treatments in general weren't right for you. That surrogacy was not the right path for you. That a donor egg and donor sperm didn't feel like they had the right alignment to what you wanted, and that adoption was not your answer. You are allowed to believe that living childless after infertility felt more in alignment with who you are than forcing yourself down a path that did not fit. You are not wrong for any of those decisions. And I don't want you to feel that you have to second guess yourself because you are not broken. You didn't give up. You didn't not want motherhood bad enough because you said no to things that were potential options for you. You are not missing this thing that everyone else can see, but you are blind to. You made those decisions with wisdom that is within you, with clarity that you carry, and with this inner knowing that most people never tap into. And this is my belief, and I will stand by it for as long as I can, that women have a powerful sense of intuition. We are a species that feels things before we can articulate them. We can sense things in our bodies before we can explain it out loud. We know when something is not right for us, even if we cannot present it to somebody in that very moment. That intuition is not weakness. That is strength. That is beauty. That is the gift of being a woman. And it is allowed to help you guide your decisions. So if you stop treatment because something inside you said, my body can't do this anymore, that is wisdom. If you chose not to pursue other parts or other paths because they did not feel aligned with your life or in your marriage, that is integrity. You owe absolutely nobody an apology or a defense for choosing what was right for you. So yes, the holidays are filled with families. They are filled with things that seem very kid-centric, traditions that seem like you can only to partake in them if you have a child. And yes, they are filled with opinions, and opinions can get really loud this time of year. People get nostalgic, people get hopeful, people project their fantasies onto your life because they have never had to stand in the reality of yours. So when someone says something like, oh, honey, you still have time, or have you thought about adopting, or maybe next year is going to be your year, they're not thinking about your lived experience. They are thinking about their own comfort, what brings them peace. And this is why grounding yourself in these decisions matters so much. Because when you know the truth of your choices, and when you know why you stopped, when you know that your decisions came from a place of inner knowing and wisdom and not fear, you walk into rooms differently. You are less shaken by comments. You are less likely to shrink. You are less tempted to defend yourself and your decisions. Instead, you show up as a woman who knows herself. And my love, that shifts everything. So remember that their comments do not mean that they know more than you. You have lived your entire journey. They only saw the highlight reel. You get the final say. Notice the urge to explain. Your worth is not determined by how well you justify your decisions. And this is where support from me comes in. The support I'm offering is powerful, it's practical, and I'm going to tell you it works. Because if you want to walk through specific questions that you're worried about, if you want to practice how you want to respond to Aunt Sally, who is always like making comments about how badly your mom wants to be a grandma, if you want to practice, but also learn how to stay calm when someone offers you options, suggestions, ideas of things, that is exactly why we do glow up sessions. My holiday glow up sessions are one-on-one coaching, just you and me. In just one session, you are going to walk away with the confidence that keeps you centered and helps you become grounded before you walk into the next holiday party. These sessions are at a discounted rate. You can find a link to it right here in the show notes, but they are fully focused on you. Whatever ideas are coming to your mind about things that people are going to say, how you want to respond, how you are worried that you might hurt someone's feelings or that you're not sure how to answer when somebody asks you why you chose not to adopt. These are going to be a game changer. And then, in addition to that, I am also offering a free class on December 16th. This is not going to be one-on-one. This is going to be more of a general class about how to feel connected to the traditions that you are so used to celebrating and how you can walk through the mall and look at the kids in line with their parents to go sit on Santa's lap. This is going to be a 1-hour class talking all about how to navigate the family traditions and the things that you feel like you can't take part of because you don't have kids. But I just want you to know before you leave this week, you are allowed to trust yourself. You are entitled to make your own decisions. You get to walk into the holidays without feeling like you owe anyone an explanation. Your intuition is strong. Your story is beautiful, even if people don't understand it. And your future holds so much beauty, even if it looks different than the one you imagined. So I hope you have a beautiful week. I love you. And remember that it's never too late to discover your meaning. I'll talk to you next week.
Hey, real quick, I just wanted to tell you about an awesome resource I created. If you have ever found yourself in conversations with people, or maybe people offering you suggestions about what you should do to become a mom, it's called The Top 27 Things People Say When You're Childless and How to Respond. You can get your copy free at lanamanikowski.com/things people say.